We are interviewing our high schoolers for Student of the 9 Weeks. Can you tell me your name?
Grant.
And what grade are you in, Grant?
Freshman.
Being a freshman at Russell High School, can you tell me how it differs from the middle school?
You get more freedom.
What do you mean by freedom?
Like, you can have your phones out in some classes and you can have more fun at the high school.
They trust you a little bit more.
Yeah, they trust you a lot.
Okay. What are some of the things that you really like about Russell High School?
I like football, and I think our new football coach is good.
Okay. Do you do any other extracurricular things besides football? Are you in any clubs?
FCA and Keys, I think.
And Keys? Tell me about Keys.
Like, you get money to go to college, based on your grades and stuff.
Okay, so that kind of helps you stay on track and keep your studies up?
Yeah.
Since you haven't been at the high school for very long, have you had the opportunity to develop any relationships with your teachers yet?
No.
No, not yet. Are there any teachers that you currently have that have helped you so far? Like helped encourage you when you're struggling in a class or anything like that? Okay. Are there any teachers, thinking about from the middle school, that stand out that you felt were good people? Not any, just them all together, not any one specific? Well, that's good. I know we have a lot of good teachers here.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this past season of football. Are you encouraged and excited about the next season for next year already?
Yeah.
Have you all started practicing already or thinking about new things?
Well, they have a weightlifting class. I'm not in it, because I play basketball right now, and so they've already started.
Okay. So tell me about how this basketball season is going so far.
It's going, I guess, not too well. We're getting better, the basketball team and stuff.
Okay.
We started out not that great, but we're getting better.
You're getting better. Well, that's good. Okay. Tell me about your future career path. What you think, based on either some of the classes you've already taken or things that you think you might like to take.
I don't know. I think being a pharmacist, maybe.
Okay. What classes have you taken? Classes that have helped you make that decision, or was that just based on talking to other people? You think that'd be a good career path?
Well, I know a few people that are pharmacists, and it seems pretty fun.
Seems fun. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Grant, we are very proud of you for being selected Student of the 9 Weeks, and we wish you lots of success the rest of the year. We are interviewing our high school Student of the 9 Weeks, and today we have Logan. Logan, what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
And what do you like most about Russell High School?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it. I've only lived here for a year.
Okay, so how does Russell compare to the school you came from?
It's good.
Good. Elaborate on that a little bit.
They're really into academics, which is,
Which your other school is not?
I went to an art school, so not really.
Wow. So what kind of classes are you taking with Russell that would compare to the curriculum you had at your previous school?
Computer-aided drafting. That's really the main difference. It's not like a normal curriculum.
Right. And that's over at the tech school?
Yes.
Do you like the tech building and the new principal?
Yeah. The principal's nice. And that's about it.
Taking classes in computer-aided drafting, do you see that as a career path, or is it just something you enjoy doing?
It's just something I enjoy doing because it just looks interesting.
Have you thought of any ideas for your career path?
Career path, I want to be a musician, and as a backup I want to create a recording studio and a record label.
Wow.
And produce and record music.
Wow. Are you taking any of the choral classes that we have here at Russell?
No,
No. Or any of the band classes? Do you play any instruments?
not for the school.
Not for the school. Okay. Since you've only been here a year, have you developed any relationships with any of your teachers that you think have helped you or could help you in the future?
Well, I mean, I was pretty close with Mr. Staten, but he left after the first semester. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Logan, we are very proud of you for being selected as student of the 9 weeks.
Thank you.
And good luck to you in the rest of the year.
Thanks.
And here we have Sarah Hoback. Sarah, what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
So tell me about how 10th grade compares to being a freshman.
Well, the classes are much harder and more difficult. They push you more in 10th grade than they did in 9th grade.
Do you have any more freedoms as a 10th grader than you did as a 9th grader?
Pretty much the same.
The same.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about some of the relationships that you have with your teachers.
Well, they're always there if you ever need them. You can go to either Mr. or Mrs. Lynn depending on what you need, and they'll always be there to talk and lift you up if you need it. They're always there.
I hear their names a lot.
Yes, they're very sweet and outgoing, and just they'll make you smile when you pass down the hallway.
Good. Based on your time that you've had at Russell High School so far, have you had a chance to kind of think of a career path?
I'd like to go into the medical field because both of my parents are both in the medical field and pushed me towards that, which I would like to do that too. And they just have good classes that can prepare you for that at Russell High School.
Wow, okay. The medical field is very broad.
Yes.
So have you thought about narrowing it any, or are you still just
I think
in
I want
general?
to go into I want to be a dermatologist and work on the skin and everything.
Wow.
So there's no calls or anything. Get to sleep in.
Right. Okay. What kind of extracurricular activities or club activities have you been able to be involved in at Russell High School?
I'm in FCA. I go and preach, I guess, on Thursdays, right? Thursdays, yes. And I don't really remember. Oh, I'm in student leadership. I'm the president of sophomore.
Okay, so
class.
what do you do in student leadership?
We plan to make our high school career and everything better, and just we're the voice of our class.
Kind of like a student government
Yes,
type
student
thing?
government. Yes.
Wow, that's really neat.
Yes.
Okay. Sarah, we are very proud of you as being selected a student of the 9 weeks, and we wish you all the success in the rest of the year. We are interviewing our high schoolers for student of the 9 weeks, and today we have Isaac Stevens. Isaac, what grade are you in?
11th grade.
Being an 11th grader and almost a senior, but not quite a senior, what are some of the perks you feel that you have acquired at Russell High School?
Farther up on the totem pole, you're not at the bottom anymore. You still have people that you look up to, but you're not at the bottom. It's just like, I really, really want to have those top blockers. It's not even the perks of having the top blocker. It's just symbolically, I am higher up here. I am no longer way down here. I'm getting closer to the top.
Having been at Russell High School already for 3 years, what are some of the things that you look forward to as a senior?
Exemptions are going to be great, for one. There's just so much more offered to you. basically the prerequisite classes that you have to take the higher level classes like anatomy and honors biology. Getting those out of the way this year. Algebra 2 is going. It's
Well, good.
Yeah, algebra 2 and chemistry and all that good stuff. It's getting it out of the way now so I can take the really good stuff when I'm a senior.
You have mentioned anatomy and honors biology. So does that mean, are you saying that you're thinking about a career path in medicine?
Not necessarily. I just love science. Yeah. Plus, Barnett's a great teacher. So.
Yes, he is. So have you decided on a career path or music as a
Jazz,
topic?
specifically.
Wow. Which, speaking of that, you had several solos this weekend at KMEA. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me about your passion, I guess, for jazz. How did all that get started?
Before 6th grade, when the band program starts at Russell, I was a guitar player. I played guitar, drums. I was a rocker, had the hair halfway down my back, and, listened to ACDC on the way to school. And that was basically all I thought of as real music. I didn't really think of jazz as something that I would like to do. I thought it was boring and, not as exciting as rock and roll. But as I came to know more about music and the theory behind the music, which I learned in band, I began to realize how incredibly stimulating and jazz makes you think. It's an incredibly complex musical form. There's so much to it, and it seems like it would just completely fall apart and not work like total calamity, but it works so perfectly. And just the degree of musicianship that's needed to play jazz just makes it all the more fun when you're able to do it. It's amazing to watch great jazz musicians, like the professor, like for example, the professor of jazz studies at University of Louisville. His name is Michael Tracy. He's a tenor saxophone player. Is one of the most incredible musicians I have ever met in my life. His mastery of the instrument is amazing, and you have to have that kind of mastery to really play the best jazz. I don't, but it's just something I aspire towards to be able to do one day. And yeah, in some convoluted way, that's how it came to be, jazz.
Wow.
It's incredible music. There's so much to it.
Being a guitar player and a drummer, was it more difficult or easier to pick up the saxophone?
It was. I'd like to think it was easier, just because of the musical background that it gave me, knowing these notes work over these chords from guitar, and knowing different phrasing and rhythmic things from playing drums. My parents are both musicians, and they kind of told me, "You are here to do this. You will do this." And I was like, "Okay, that's what I'll do then." And that's where it came from.
Okay. So you are a junior.
Yes.
Thinking about, you've still got your senior year, but I'm sure you're already thinking about future plans for when you leave high school.
Yes.
So
the University of Miami Frost School of Music in Florida gave me an offer. Basically, if I get a 30 or above on the ACT, I get a full ride. And that is like amazing, because the Frost School of Music is one of the finest music schools in the United States. And everybody talks about North Texas and Berkeley and Juilliard as the big music schools, but they're big schools. And that is a huge disadvantage, being a jazz saxophonist, because how many jazz saxophone majors do you know at a bazillion colleges? There's a lot of them. And individual instruction, I believe, is essential to getting the full experience of being a music major in college. And You really need to have that. And that's what I like about Miami. It's a smaller school, so I won't be just another number. I'll be a student. I'll be a specific student in a specific class with a specific professor. And I won't be just another part of the sea of jazz saxophone players, you know.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Isaac, we are very proud of you for all that you've accomplished so far and for being student of the 9 weeks, and we wish you all the success in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are interviewing our high school students of the 9 weeks. Until today, we have Delaney. Delaney, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
What are some of the perks that you feel like you have as a senior versus being in any of the other grades?
I think class load is like a lot lighter by senior year, and having a TA period really helps just to kind of have a period to relax. And at that point, you know, it's good to know all of your teachers, and I've formed a relationship through the years with them, and then really be able to help you out getting into college and stuff.
Speaking of college, have you already made your plans for college or career?
I'm planning to go to the University of Louisville and major in chemical engineering.
What has helped you with the decision for chemical engineering?
I had Miss Hill for 3 years doing different chemistry stuff, and I just loved that class and getting to do all the experiments and stuff. And then I've taken calculus and stuff and have a strong math background, kind of pushed me in that direction.
Have there been any teachers that have really helped you hone in on that specific career path?
Not really.
Have there been any family members that have helped you hone in on that career path?
My brother went to Louisville and to do engineering, and so kind of him going into that kind of opened my eyes to that field a little more and made me interested in it.
Wow. Are there any teachers at the high school that you will be sad to leave?
I'll be sad to leave all of my teachers. Most of my teachers I've had all through high school, and I've gotten really close to a lot of them. Miss Jones I've had since I was in 8th grade, and I've had her for yearbook the last 2 years and French every year. So I'll miss her. And John and Ruthie Lynn have been a really good influence on me, and through FCA and everything. So I'm going to miss them.
All right. Okay, well, thank you, Delaney. We are very proud of you as being selected student of the 9 weeks, and we wish you great success in the future.